Dave Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I spent most of my day today needle gunning concrete piles, and if you don't know what that is, you don't need to know, just know it sucks. But even though it sucks, it is kind of like meditative, so I got a lot of time to think today. And once again, my brain is completely fucking haywire. I can't hold a fucking thought in there, a coherent thought, for longer than like 15, 20 seconds. And I would say that is the upper end of the scale too. It's fucking chaos. But something that did pop into my head regularly throughout the day, not in a long chain of thought, but like sporadically for short bursts, was I'm feeling more and more uncomfortable about living in a country where you don't have guns. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but for some reason I would feel much more at ease if I lived in a place where if you needed a gun, you could get a gun from the supermarket on a Tuesday night drunk. I just get the fucking funny feeling that eventually the fucking governments are just going to fucking turn. Like, one day they're just not going to fucking give a fuck anymore. You'll be so reliant on them that they will be just fucking dictatorships pretty much. I really live in a world in my own head between like 100% Buddhist, pacifist, peace-loving, never kill anything type vibe, and we need guns to protect ourselves from fucking government overreach and the slow tiptoe into fucking totalitarianism. And protesting doesn't work. Twitter doesn't work. We need a fully armed fucking militia. A militia of the people. I don't know how I'm going to bring those two together, but it's definitely a task bouncing in between those two constantly. Just fucking 10 hours a day of needle gunning, just bouncing in between those two thoughts. Like it's love and truth is the only answer. And we need guns, lots of guns. We need organization and guns. I live in a country with no guns. The only people with guns in this country are the fucking army and the police. Why should the government have a monopoly on violence? Eventually they're going to start doing fucked up shit, and what are you going to do? What's your fucking plan? You're going to complain? No. You need to take to the streets with a fucking machine gun. And on the other side, it's just, yes, but if you radiate pure love, that spreads. If you are about love and truth, you can't be hurt. Yes, they can kill you, but that's a small price to pay for love and truth. Like if you just play the scenarios out in your head, what's coming over the next decade? It ain't fucking pretty. Well, none of my ones are. None of the scenarios I play out are pretty. But at some point, in like 5-10 years, it's past me. Like my ability to resist is like I've got about 3, 4, 5 years left to resist. I'm not going to be resisting in my 50s, all right? That's what I mean. In my 50s, 110% I'm going to have to be love and truth because both my knees are fucked and I almost broke my fucking thumb about an hour ago wrestling with my son. So he's 8. He's like 30 kilos. So I'm coming to the back end of my ability to resist. But I would like to be able to resist if I want to resist. You know what I mean? And this is my day at work. All you need to do is like put a just 10 hours of this in the background of those thoughts. And then just slowly watching a smooth concrete pile turn slightly rough, because we need to put epoxy on the pile. So you just need to rough it up with a fucking needle gun so the epoxy sticks on it better. And it's just those thoughts all fucking day. I try. I'm like sitting there and I'm like, all right, think about this. And I can think about like a particular thing for like 10 seconds. Yeah, there's a few other distractions as well, but I should be able to think of something for a minute, shouldn't I? Without changing topics. Anyway, let's get on with it. It's Monday, another Monday, and you know what that means. It's Ask Boyle time. So if you've got a question you would like answered by one of the greatest minds of this or any generation, comedian, philosopher, waterproofer, Le Boyle, then head to my website, boylecomedy.com. There's a section there for Ask Boyles. There's a section there for Fucked Up Fridays. I need both questions and stories. So put your details in, send us a question, send us a story, and I'll get onto it. While you're there, join the Patreon. I got the Degeni Diaries. They have to come out on Tuesday. I've got 2 backed up. I just haven't found the fucking time to get them up, but I'll get them up on, let's say, tomorrow. I was meant to do it on Sunday, but I forgot it was my son's birthday party yesterday. On my one day, I've got 1 day off a week to get everything done. And once that's like filled, it's fucking, there's nothing to be done. So the Degeni Diaries will be coming out tomorrow. I got another banger for the following week, and we're going to get back to interviewing this Sunday. So, yeah, just join the fucking Patreon. Look, I'm fucking needle gunning. I'll probably do this for a few more months. Once the fucking debts are paid off, I'm going to have to quit my job, and then I've got to get back to the Patreon. You know what I mean? Like, give me something to work with here, people. So join the Patreon. It's £1 a month. You get everything. You get my heart, my soul, my spirit. Anyway, let's get to this week's Ask Boyle. So this week's question was sent in by Yvonne in the USA, and it's definitely on topic. So here it is. Who is going to win the 2024 presidential race, Trump or Biden? I trust you have the answer for me. Thanks. Well, Yvonne, I really couldn't think of something to rhyme with. I was going to say, you know that perfume that is spelled YVES, but I have no idea how to pronounce that. Yvis. I was going to say that, and then I was like, no one's going to understand what the fuck that means. That's not even how you say it. Anyway, let's get to the question. Look, my fucking sixth sense on this one has been fucking humming for a long time. I'm not too sure how it plays out, but it's not going to fucking go according to script. There's going to be some fucking thing happen, because what I can guarantee is no one's going to let Donald Trump walk into the White House. I just do not see that happening. In my mind's eye, I can't even visualize Donald Trump doing another term. And that's not because he isn't going to get the most votes either. He 110%, if it's all done legit, he should be president. He will be president if it's legit. I don't even know how fucking Biden won the one before, to be honest with you. I know the courts said it wasn't a rigged election, but it fucking stinks to me. Biden's never even been popular. No one's ever liked Biden. And I know everyone hated Trump, but there was still enough people that fucking loved Trump. And even more people hate Biden. So if it's all done legit and fucking above board, Donald Trump fucking is in office. He's doing another 4 years, but I just do not see that. I don't see that happening. Something is going to happen. Something is going to happen to prevent that. And I have no idea what that is. but my alarms are going off. The Boyle's alarms are fucking ringing. And on the flip side of that coin, I don't see Trump supporters letting Biden fucking take office either. There will probably be a legit Jan 6th, like a proper insurrection. I just don't see how they could legitimately run Joe Biden against Donald Trump. Everywhere Donald Trump goes, even in New York now, he gets fucking like standing ovations. He goes to like New Jersey. Like, the cunt is the most popular cunt in the US. He's also simultaneously the most hated, but Biden just has nothing. Like, no one gives a fuck about him. So from an outsider's perspective, like, if I was a like crazy Trump supporter and some bullshit happens and Biden wins, I would honestly feel like it's a rigged election. I would feel like democracy is over and it's time to take action. That's kind of how I would feel. And obviously, if I felt that, I'd be in a country that had guns, so I might be able to do something about it. But I don't even think that's going to happen either. I don't think Biden gets anywhere near the fucking nominee. He either dies or he gets kicked out. They're just not going to run Biden. Unless the people who are really running the country, because obviously Biden's not running the country. So someone is. So the people who are running the country, who are actually running the country, seem to have some sort of contempt for the people of the US. So it's possible they just even go, fuck them. Let's run this corpse and they can go get fucked. What are they going to do? And then you can just imagine there's just going to be like propaganda and disinformation and psyops on a level not seen since COVID-19. It's not going to play out smooth. Everything seems like it's running smoothly at the moment. It just seems like it's a normal election. Nothing really, like if you watch closely, nothing is normal about this whole fucking thing. But it's being played out at the moment like it's business, like it's a normal election. I reckon in the next few months, it starts getting weird. I can't put my finger on exactly what's going to happen. I don't feel like it's an assassination or anything like that. Imagine martyring Trump. and then everyone forgets about JFK and Trump just becomes like the martyr for like the American dream for the next fucking 200 years. No one in any position of power would want that. It could be like something real weird, like someone replacing Joe Biden, not like another candidate, not like a Michelle Obama. I mean, like some actor begins playing Biden. And it's obvious as well. Like everyone knows, like this actor's taken over, but it doesn't even really look like Biden anymore. But everyone just pretends it is, and the media says it is, and then calls anyone who fucking says anything different a conspiracy theorist, all that sort of shit. And so people just buy it, and like people are waving their flags. Biden. Could be something like that. I wouldn't put that past anyone. It could be something like that. I wouldn't put it after COVID. Anything's possible. I wouldn't put a high percentage on that, but yeah, I just feel like something out of the ordinary, extraordinary is going to happen before these elections. I'm calling it. And I just don't see either of them becoming president. Maybe it is like the catalyst for a civil war in the US. Maybe martial law comes in. I don't know. And it divides. Because that really could be it. Because there's half the population of the US that vehemently hate Donald Trump and would rather die than fucking have him as president for another 4 years. and the other half hate fucking Biden and thinks he's a fucking corpse, a corrupt fucking corpse, and would rather die than have him for another 4 years. And then the people really running the show probably don't give a fuck who it is. My call is neither of them become president. That is my big call. That's going out on a limb there. Anyway, Yves Saint Laurent, I hope that helped. I would just prepare for something weird to happen, extraordinary to happen over the next 6 months. It's not going to be straightforward. I can guarantee you that. Anyway, that'll do for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.